When you're creating content on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever, you really want it to reach the maximum amount of people, right? You're putting so much work into the content. Of course, we want to get the best result from all of the content that we're working on. But getting the reach that you want is honestly not as easy as it sounds. But there's so many different things that we can be doing to ensure we're really checking every box so that we're doing all we can to get the reach that we deserve. I'm Kristen, a creator monetization coach and the founder of Soulcialmate, where we help entrepreneurial creators turn their online influence into a profitable, self-sustaining business. Today, we're diving into all things reach on social media and how to really maximize that. Let's dive right into it. Trust me, if anyone understands the struggle of not getting the reach that you want, it's me. I work with creators every single day, and I hear this so frequently is I'm working so hard. How come I'm not getting the results that I feel like I deserve? For some reason, it feels like when we work super hard on content, the harder we work, the less that we get in response from our audience. Obviously, it's super frustrating, but let's talk about the things that we can actually do to change this. This video is sponsored by TubeBuddy, the #1 rated YouTube optimization tool that helps to accelerate the growth of your YouTube and help you become more successful on the platform. The first and most important thing that you can possibly do, no matter which platform you're trying to grow on and get an increased reach on, is ensure that you're giving your audience what they want. Easier said than done though, because how do you actually know what your audience wants? First, you really have to test. And for me personally on YouTube, one of the things that I really like to test out is thumbnails. It feels so hard to make the perfect thumbnail so that people scrolling through YouTube are going to click your video over someone else's. So how do you actually know which thumbnails you should be using and which are maybe not performing really well? I recently started using TubeBuddy's new and improved A/B testing tool, where you can test multiple variables and get the results that are really going to help you grow your channel. Not only can you test thumbnails, but also test titles, descriptions, tags, and more. This is what it looks like in the back end as you're actually going through and creating your A/B test. You have so many different options. This is me just testing a thumbnail difference. Then you can go into your dashboard and actually see the results as your A/B test is going on. With TubeBuddy's new tools, you can test for click-through rate, engagement, traffic source, and more. And you can visit tubebuddy.com to give it a try now. I really love having this data because it allows me to stop guessing and have actual proof of what's working and what's not. And when you have that proof, you can take that information and use it to your advantage. If you find that one thumbnail is working really well over others, now you know exactly what direction to go in, and hopefully growth is going to be so much easier for you from there. This is something I also do very often on Instagram and TikTok. I always try and experiment with new formats so that I can have a better understanding of what my audience actually wants. One of the ways that I do this is on my Instagram channel or on my YouTube, I will sort my posts by the ones that are getting the most reach. That typically gives me a really good understanding of the type of content that people really like from me. For example, as I've been experimenting more and more on TikTok, I've found that green screen videos for me outperform almost everything else. So that tells me that I should do more green screen videos. The data doesn't lie, you guys. If you see that one thing is outperforming something else, that typically means that people like it better. That's your signal to test a little bit more within that format so that you can really see if it's the format that's working for you. I really want your audience to love what you're doing, but most importantly, you need to love what you're doing. The second thing that I always love to do when I'm trying to boost my reach up is create the type of posts that are going to garner engagement. With most of the platforms, the more interaction that you're getting on a piece of content, the more that post is going to get pushed out to more people. So how do you get people to actually engage in your content? Typically, in every single post that I share on any of the platforms, I really love to encourage questions so that people can feel inclined to answer. And when I'm talking questions, I mean really easy to answer questions. Don't go asking someone like, what is your favorite childhood memory, where they have to spend 5 minutes thinking about it. They're just probably going to keep scrolling. It needs to be something quick and easy that someone can think of in a snap off the top of their head so they can quickly comment it, and that's their response. So make sure that you have some sort of call to action that's going to encourage people to answer a question or share their opinion. Asking questions is going to get you responses. And the third thing that I really love doing, especially on Instagram lately, is to use trending sounds. In my private creator community, Social Suite, last night we had a meeting and someone had asked, do you use trending sounds for every video? And most people said that, yeah, in most videos they're using trending sounds. If you're trying to figure out how to find a trending sound, you're essentially going to go onto the Reels tab and you can either scroll and look for the upward arrow right at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen next to the music, or you can actually go to the music on Reels and look through all of the music to see if any of them have that upward arrow. Typically, when I'm looking for a trending sound, I love to find sounds that are under 5,000 uses. Under 10,000 is also great, but typically the less that there is, the more chance you have of when this sound pops off, you're gonna be like, really boosted out there. So I typically don't use trending music that has 500,000 uses. It's probably towards the end of its lifespan. So I like to get on it early if I can. On TikTok, it's a little bit more difficult because a lot of the times the trending sounds are not really in a centralized place where you can find them and kind of see exactly the amount of uses in a really quick and easy way. So honestly, this is something that I do almost for every post on Instagram, but I pay a lot less attention to that on TikTok. If you feel like you're struggling with reach, it really is a matter of coming back to the basics. Are you creating content that you're excited about, your audience is excited about, and adds some type of value to their life, whether that's they're learning something or they're being entertained? What are you doing for your audience? People can also tell if you really love the content that you're creating. So if it feels forced for you, it's probably going to feel forced for other people too. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how you like it and what other questions you have, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.